NBA. The preseason, it's winding down. And for LA, JJ Redick is connecting the dots on how to use the Lakers' first-round pick. LeBron James sat out in this one, but Tim Legler, before we get to that rookie connection, Anthony Davis was all over the box score.
Yeah, and he was really showing everything he has offensively, and this shot's going to be available to him when he wants it. He's getting more comfortable taking that shot. JJ Redick is encouraging him to take the three-point shot, and you saw Anthony Davis get into a great rhythm.
And now on to Kevin Durant. This is in the second quarter here. KD showing that he's still got some legs under him, too.
Phoenix Suns, I think, are going to be one of the stories in the Western Conference this year. I just think they were so far from reaching their ceiling a year ago. I love the new pieces and also an ability now to play together with their three stars for an extended period of time.
He finished with 19 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists in this one. Let's go to the fourth quarter because this is a pretty cool moment here, right? Bronny James gets the inside pass. KD goes up to meet him, says, "Not today, young fella." And then, Kevin Durant took to social media later saying, "I'm getting old. I'm playing against, my compadre's sons."
Right. He saw James on the back of the jersey. He thought LeBron maybe out of the corner of his eye, but no, it was Bronny earning 2 free throws.
Well, this was the story of the game. Dalton Knecht, the Lakers' first-round pick here, the 17th overall, 3.5 left in the fourth, gets in the lane, hits this jumper.
He's got great size, and he's got great poise. Very, very confident scorer. And this was a situation where he's out there with a lot of guys, second-team guys trying to make the roster. So it was his show. And Malika, when he gets hot, he is capable of doing things like this.
No hitch in that shot. Tim Legler, he was on fire. Anthony Davis is loving it, but he was really just getting started here. Under 4 minutes to play in overtime now. The game tied at 1:15 thanks to Knecht. Once again, connecting for 3, or as his jersey says, connect 4.
Yeah, that's lightning quick release right there on the dribble handoff, and he's feeling it to that extent. You know where this basketball is going, and he's carrying himself right here like a top lister. Getting every touch, every trip. Gotta love it.
Loving it from the bench there. Minute and a half to play. Off of the inbound pass here. He had no space.
No time on the clock either. He had no choice but to shoot this. But when you've already hit that many shots, this one is even makeable for you.
Here's the Lakers rookie after the game when he felt like he took over.
Fully took over was after I hit the first one on Bobo. I felt good. And then, I just kept shooting them. The overtime shot felt good. And I was just like, Brown and AD said it's time, so it was just time to go take over. And shout out to my teammates, they were looking for me.
Reggie and I were talking about it before the game, and he was like, it's high praise to say he's in the 1% of shooters. And I'm like, no, he's in the 1% of shooters. It's been very obvious. He's got no fear. He's not afraid of the moment. That was supernatural, like what he just did. My assistants tried to tell me not to put him back in the game with 4 minutes to go, so I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them afterwards. I'll tell you that.
Welcoming Bobby Marks, Brian Windhorst to our show as well. Tim Legler, you have seen a lot of shooters come through the NBA. And when I was preparing for the draft, there were a lot of folks that were saying, you know what, Dalton Knecht, he really could be a steal. If Knecht can carry this success, what stands out to you the most here?
I think the fact that what he showed last night is something that I thought it would take more time to get to, which is deep distance shooting off the dribble in tight windows. That I didn't know he was going to be able to do out to 28 feet. I loved him coming out because of his maturity. I think his age hurt him, but I thought that was a bonus because he's just seen it all. He's got great maturity, confidence in his ability. He's got great physical dimensions, too. With that reach and high release, you knew he could get it off at the NBA level, but now he's showing you he can get into his shot quickly off the dribble because of his great reach and high release point. And I think he's going to be a real impact rookie for the Lakers.
You mentioned his age, Bobby. You were with me preparing for the draft, talking to front offices around the league. Why was it that he was available at 17? Was that age piece part of it?
Because he's 23 years old, Malika. And I remember talking to the coaches at the University of Tennessee where Knecht played after the draft, and I asked him, why did he fall? And they said, Bobby, it's because of his age. Teams viewed him as an older rookie here. But the one thing that teams kind of overlooked is that Knecht really didn't start playing basketball until he was 13, 14 years old. He wasn't part of that AAU circuit. So I consider him a young 23 just because there's not that wear and tear on his body.
We're talking a young 23. I can't help but laugh a little bit. Come on. 23 has to be young basically anywhere else you're talking about it. But, Brian, you have covered LeBron James teams for years and years and years. We're talking about a rookie here, but really this is a Lakers roster that is looking very much the same as it did last season. How much much can he actually tip the scales or change the outlook of LA's year?
Well, you saw how excited LeBron was, and let me try to explain what the bar here is for LeBron rookies helping him out. Do you know how many rookies that LeBron has played with, first-round draft pick rookies who have averaged more than 5 points? 5 points, Malika. Not 15, not 10, 5. 1. There you see at the bottom of the screen, Norris Cole back in his rookie year with the Heat. And by the way, Norris Cole was a 23-year-old rookie, played 4 years in college at Cleveland State, and he was a guy who was ready to come in. Now look, if you can draft a player, especially in this draft class, that was not highly regarded in the teens and make him a rotation player, it is a huge win for the Lakers. He does not have to be a guy who leads you to victories on a nightly basis. He's just got to contribute. And that's what Dalton Knecht looks like he can do. I would say the Lakers really need two-way players. They need perimeter defense more than three-point shooting. But certainly this sort of impact, especially off the bench, could really help them out.